Well, hello everyone. This is The Writer's Room. It is I, your host, Jay Ishirofeni, author and alien in a human suit, also author of the graphic novel series Case File Arkham. So go buy that right now. Anyway, tonight we are going to be talking to a comics creator calling himself the Quaff.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll need an explanation on that name in a minute.
I will
And
give you, yes.
Fiona is with us as well tonight.
Yeah, my Florida brain is geared with caffeine.
and I think we're gonna have a fun one. We've got a lot of good material tonight, I think. So, Quaff,
Yes, sir.
you are currently doing an IndieGoGo for Shotgun Samurai.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
And
Shotgun.
there we go. Yeah, okay, I got it on screen.
Yes. So Shotgun Samurai. So basically, it's as the title kind of insinuates, it's about a samurai wandering Japan with his trusty shotgun. And basically, it's he goes around fighting ninjas, blasting the evil guys in the face. They have no idea what a shotgun is, and they don't have time to find out.
So I've read the first 3 issues, and
Okay.
I will say that my take is it is absolutely nothing like what I expected.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see that cover, and you get this image of this is going to be some sort of very serious, dark anime type thing. No, this is rapid fire humor and rapid fire slapstick. It's fun. It is a lot of fun, and it has a great Yojimbo style opening, except with a shotgun
Thank you.
and ramen.
Oh, that's a shame. You only read because actually after I think the 4th or 5th chapter, things start to get into the more serious
Oh, okay. So
material.
in true manga format, you've got kind of this long intro that just seems kind of adventure. Then it starts turning into a developed plot.
Yeah, basically. So
Oh,
yeah, I know. That's why I was like, oh, here's everything. Please understand it. But yeah, so I see the first 3 chapters. That's yeah. That's actually that's right when the story starts. And then if you see towards the end, the art style completely art style kind of transforms based on the mood, I would say. It gets a lot
okay.
more serious as it goes on.
I'll jump to issue 6 then.
Yeah. You'll see.
We'll take a look at that. But Shotgun Samurai. I would say the first 3 issues, the sense I kind of got is it reminded me of really early Go Nagai, without the perversity.
Oh yeah, I was like,
No, the
What do you
art
mean,
style, the art and the humor. I don't know if you've read like the first version of Cutie Honey.
actually, yeah, I've never actually yeah, no, I've never actually read it. I just know it. I just know of it because it's pretty pretty
Your
famous.
style of art is not all that different than his early work.
Really?
And it moves in kind of the same way, of this kind of just bizarre out of nowhere. Characters will just start talking to the reader at random, or weird announcements will just pop up.
Oh, is that how Go Nagai does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how many tropes that are now totally normal he
Mm-hmm.
started. One of the cool things is that he would have these characters that he would draw that would always show up in his different books. And whenever they show up and you say, hey, oh, that's this character. And then they'd look at the camera. Hi, I'm so-and-so. You might remember me when I played the dad in this book.
Oh yeah, isn't that kind of like what Tezuka did? He made his characters like actors in different manga. Oh my god, I love that idea. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know. But yeah, because I love that idea. It's so fun.
All right, so tell us a bit about Shotgun Samurai, other than he's a man with a shotgun in medieval Japan.
So basically, the way I molded this is that it's a story of redemption. So as we go on in the story, we start to see that once we get introduced to the bad guy early on, and then we see his backstory is woven in with Shotgun Samurai's backstory, and we see all the actually really bad things that Shotgun Samurai did to this guy. And then so we see how this, based on that one encounter of when this guy was a kid, it transforms it, like basically, you know, directs his entire life towards like such a terrible situation that he's just hell bent on revenge. So basically, and then towards the end of the story, it's all about Shotgun Samurai dealing with that thing of, is this really my fault? Do I have the right to end his evil reign? And that's kind of like the main dilemma of the story, I would say.
Okay. And so then that tone in the early bit, like the kind of recurring ramen joke, or the if this is my destiny, it must be so. And every time he just had to accept reality of, okay, well, this is happening now.
Yeah, that's kind of like his that is kind of his mentality. He's just like, because he's a very much of a like a, this is my path I have to take, because he's on a path for redemption, and he's made a lot of mistakes in the past, so he's just trying to fix it, and he doesn't always know what's the best way to do it, so he's just following what he believes is his destiny. So that's kind of where that if this is my path, then so be it kind of thing. And then, I was like, so I thought that was kind of
oh, and also his other tagline, my ramen.
Yes.
I like the idea of the ramen guy, kind of like the guy who always lost the cabbages in the Avatar show.
Yeah, his line, well, my ramen shop's destroyed, I'll follow you now.
I love that. Yeah, thank you.
It is my destiny.
Yeah, I know. See, that's what I love. It's like, like he uses that line is used for like, comedy in the beginning. It's just like, well, it's my destiny, so be it. But then at the end, it's kind of like, it gets pretty heavy. It's like, this is the path I must take by, I guess I don't want to spoil the ending.
No,
but,
don't spoil it.
So, you'll see. But
it's kind of like, it reminds me of like a mixture of, a good balance of light humor and some more serious stuff that is going on. But a lot of stories don't balance that stuff anymore. It's either, oh, you gotta go full grim dark, or supreme nihilism. It's like, no, you don't have to do that.
I would say a lot of manga out of the 70s and 80s was really good at balancing those two. And the fact that you could have a style which would be like, in one panel, very realistic, very serious, and then suddenly the next panel, the characters are chibi because of the mood, and it still works. Yeah,
actually, the 70s and 80s manga and anime, that's pretty much the stuff I grew up on. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Ball, of course. So that's kind of my storytelling too. So. And so that's why there's a lot of I always tried to make sure there was that balance. Like if something got really heavy, I always made sure that there was some kind of lightness, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. I hate when a lot of movies these days like ruin the moment.
They insert something that is completely contrary to whatever was previously set up, and then it comes off flat.
Like kind of like a Whedon kind of style. I hate that with like a passion. Like,
sorry, you go. You're the guest.
Okay, no, something serious and dark and heavy happens, but then suddenly, the guy's just like, oh well, I'm not going to do that again. And it's like, oh God, just let the moment simmer. So I made sure to do that, but I also made sure to balance it out with like characters that you love. Like George, so far the feedback I've gotten, which is the feedback I wanted, was that George is like pretty much the favorite character of the whole story. Because I put him there to be kind of like the everyday kind of, simple, happy guy who's just enjoying life, even though the world around him is kind of getting a little crazy and there's like bad things happening, but he's always finding ways to like just, be simple.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Kind of. Yeah. He's always trying to help somebody. He's always trying to make sure people are doing well, by feeding them ramen. He always gives people ramen whenever, no matter how bad things are, he has ramen.
Well, I think the other thing is it kind of goes in the tradition of you'd have the wandering samurai who doesn't say much, and then you'd have the loudmouth tag-along that just decides he's going to follow the samurai.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like in Fist of the North Star with the scrappy kid.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
follows Ken around initially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that balance. That's what I needed. I was like, this guy's very stoic, so I need something to that people will actually enjoy.
Well, yeah, the thing is, that's why I brought up Yojimbo, is he shows up into town, he kills a bunch of people, then he sits down to get some food in that shop, and the old man does all the talking, and then pretty much he becomes the voice. And because he's the old man, he can say weird things.
Exactly. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Oh man. Yeah, so that's basically it. And then there's Tofu too, which it was kind of I guess you can say like she's always in like a rush. So she's always trying to make sure, because she has her agenda that she's trying to do. And so she's like, she sees Shotgun Samurai. Oh, you're strong. Come on, let's do this thing. And
for the audience, Tofu.
Oh yeah.
It's a great name in itself. Is essentially the the sexy ninja girl.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have one of those.
Oh, so she's the resident Kunoichi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shoot, even just seeing all this now, I'll have to wait till next payday before I can chip in some more on IndieGoGo and whatnot. But yeah, even it does kind of remind me of Kenshin, because with that show, he had a very serious past, being the wandering kind of samurai he was, but it had a lot of humor in it. Like when it wasn't being serious, it had lighter moments where everybody's not in like downer event horizon.
So I think at this point, let's talk a little bit about the IndieGoGo, because as Fiona put it, she said when she gets more money, she's going to help support it more. Which essentially, Fiona's, if everyone was like her, the indie scene would be perfect. We would be kicking everyone's ass.
I wish more people are like Fiona.
But
I wish I had more disposable income. But you know what? Once I have Uplift Protocol out there to be published like properly, and I've already outlined my 5-book thing for my other stuff right now. But I'm not going to work on that until I finish Uplift Protocol, I swear. But yeah, I hope to make it enough of a side income where I can support more indies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
it's like yes, because I already used half my tax return to help out with grandma stuff, and then the other half went towards like 3 other indie projects. So hopefully those will fund. 2 of them are already going to fund anyway. So
Fiona, when you get Uplift Protocol online or onto Amazon, we're going to promote the hell out of it. I'll give you a pull quote. We will help.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, of course, Fiona.
And I will keep using more monies to help more indies.
There you go.
Because honestly, most times I don't mind too much of what the wheelhouse is, as long as you have a character that's heroic, or even stoic. Like, because I still read Fist of the North Star, even though it's a very downer kind of setting. Ken's heroics offset that, so even it looks like here it's like the same vibe. So I'm more than happy to help.
I've got to ask Fiona. I know this is way off topic. Have you ever seen Desert Punk?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, no.
Check it out. It's really good.
They have a Fist of the North Star parody character in it that you'd love.
Yeah. But the IndieGoGo.
Yeah, let's talk about the IndieGoGo.
Yeah.
Yes! Give him indies more monies.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Unqualified Comics. Yeah, I saw his review of. He did a review of this book too. So check out his channel. It's pretty good.
Excellent.
Mhm.
So let's see. Do we have a link to the IndieGoGo?
Yeah,
or...
let me get that on the screen.
Excellent.
But yeah, by the way, in the description there is a link to the IndieGoGo. So if you want to hop on board, it is there.
Bottom one. There you go. You just no, click it again. Stop there. There you
Oh,
go.
is that the problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I had
other
too many of them
clicking.
open.
Yeah. There you go. Hi everyone. I am late to the party. Sorry about that.
That's okay. We love you anyway.
Aw. Hey, I had to mix the monies. So
All right. Whoa. Hey, you're already up to 12,000. That's pretty good.
yeah.
Not bad at all.
Thank you.
So, 288 pages and
I appreciate that you put right up there at the top how many pages are in your book. You don't know how many campaigns I did not back because they didn't post how many pages you got.
Oh, really? Oh, I just figured
Yeah.
that's probably what people first want to know. So I put that there.
yes, very yeah.
I was
You would be
like-
surprised how many people don't
Yeah.
say page count.
So thank you for being absolutely correct that is something that backers want to know is how many
Yeah.
pages. And I'm also looking at what you have, and you're ticking all my boxes on what I look for in a campaign. A good diverse assortment of pages, of what the art's going to look like, whether or not the art matches the cover, because that's another one of my things. So this is looking really good.
I gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well,
I
Excellent.
even got to see what the Odie cover looked like. Like, that was nice.
oh yeah, that's
Yes.
the Oddity cover. Unfortunately, I only have the Jose Garcia covers up right now because that's the only ones I have left. But
Oh, so you've already sold out of the other ones, huh?
yeah.
But
That's
it
good
just
to
makes me
hear.
glad that Odie's getting some good jobs, though, too. Because he really does have nice art.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why I picked him. I was like, this guy, I need him to do a cover for my book. But yeah, and then there's the Joe Ball one. Oh, that
Which
was
That's
looks
nice.
great.
That is nice. So anyway, you've got the IndieGoGo up and running. Looks like so you've already made your goal, and at this point now it's just the more you make, the well, really the more you make, the better you can do.
Mhm.
I've been in that boat. Now I've heard there's been a bit of drama regarding a certain internet lolcow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what that's about. Orange Man, you mean?
Well, it's the other one, not Fat Rick. It's the
Yeah.
other lolcow,
The other lol cow, yes.
his boyfriend. Liam.
Yeah.
I
I'm-
swear, if there was like a science fiction writers of America I could shove Liam into for comic book land, I would do it because he'd fit right in with that ilk. He really would.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
if
got
you
the crying routine down.
I can
so instead of a crying Indian, it's him.
Yeah.
hold up. Yeah, let me bring up that campaign so that we can show you guys exactly. I can go into detail.
I got the T-shirt. I got the
Oh,
T-shirt.
you ordered one of the T-shirts?
Yes, I got the T-shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait for it to get to
Oh,
you.
yeah. Okay, this is brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't think of this. And that is, Liam gives you shit, so you turn it around and make a profit off it by this T-shirt. Now put it up so I can share it.
The T-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that for you.
Yeah, because I got the high school girl in the Crusades T-shirt, and then yes, I am going to get the green Hammer Time shirt. I will. I just have to budget for my fun
Yeah.
time every payday.
Okay, I put the links in the private chat. There's a little Lyam, Lyam, has no relation to anybody in real life, so don't think it.
Oh,
There's no
no.
connection.
No, there's
But-
nobody.
No one. No, it's purely my own
Purely
creation.
coincidental.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I have 2 shirts up right now. So, but I plan to whenever he messes with us.
Wow.
Okay, now explain Hammer Time, because
So
what he did was he did a copyright strike on your IndieGoGo campaign, and it was bogus. Is that correct?
extremely bogus. Yes. So basically, my new campaign with John Delarose, a high school girl in the Crusades. It's a long title. I can never remember it. Basically, we did a he copyright struck us because John put the word Orange Tyrant in a description, and he said the Orange Tyrant is his character and his property, so he copyright struck us. And also we have a variant cover for the Korean manga version, which is it's also a long story. So basically, like Liam botched up the printing of his book, and the pages were all like mixed up and rearranged. It wasn't in any readable order whatsoever. And then he called it, and then instead of saying I messed up, sorry guys, he said no, it's intentional, it's Korean style. And it was not anything. It wasn't Japanese. It wasn't American. It read from like page 2, 3, then you flip over 1, 2, 4. It was like all messed up.
Printed more than backwards.
Yeah, more than backwards, all mixed up, rearranged, just a jumble.
But it would only make sense within Bizarro world, and even then, Bizarro would be like, "What is this?"
Mm-hmm. So we poked fun at that, and we made a mixed up book called the Korean manga version. And Liam blew his cap, I'll say. And so
hey, wait a minute, you're supposed to be angry and all sad that it's messed up. You're not supposed to make money off of it and make fun of it.
I know. And the only reason is because he was adamant and kept doubling down that this is on purpose and it's Korean. I'm like, that's not Korean.
No, I've seen Korean style, and it's definitely not that.
Yeah,
no.
Like, the Koreans, you can actually read those books. You can read those books, like those are usually in order. But,
okay, well, explain Hammer Time.
Okay, so Hammer Time. All these things come from weird, bizarre lines that Liam says. He was making fun of himself and was saying, "Oh, Liam's probably gonna go off and hit babies on the head with a hammer." And we were like, "What the heck is he saying?" So then we were like, "All right, well, Hammer Time, Liam." That we made this shirt because he is just bizarre, and this is after he struck us for the 4th time, I believe. He struck us 5 times, by the way. I'll tell you that.
Oh, jeez.
He struck our campaign 5 times. And
5 times.
Yeah.
The 5th time, IndieGoGo actually took it down for a review for like several hours, and we thought it was done for. We were like, did Liam just take down the entire campaign? Did he succeed? And
it's like, I want my T-shirt. He better not succeed.
I know. Me and John were like, dude, all that work we put into this thing just gone because Liam is just angry and mad and he can't take a joke. I was like, oh my God. And anyway, so we were worried, but thank God IndieGoGo brought it back. John sent an appeal. He explained that Liam has no copyright to any characters in this book, anything. And Orange Tyrant is not his character. That's actually a term that was used to describe, our president for 4 years. So,
before we got confused grandpa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before we got what's his name? Corn Pop.
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
Oh,
and so so we're like, that is not his character. And anyway, so thank God IndieGoGo brought it back. And so now if you check the campaign, front and center we have the Korean manga variant cover. You'll see that one if you click on.
Boy.
There it is.
I would totally see that working as like separate prints or like for a catch-up campaign for next time.
Okay, so where on the page would I find this?
I think it'd be
I put it in the private chat.
Oh, it's in the private chat. Okay.
It's right above the shirt link. Yeah. This is for the new campaign, which you can buy Shotgun Samurai on as an add-on. So
yes, don't be like me and forget that IndieGoGo doesn't retroactively let you add perks.
Yeah. Do you see the? I'll relink it. It's the newest one.
Wait. Here I've got it's.
Yeah, so this is our new campaign that he's trying to take down.
Okay.
And there it is. There's our Korean manga variant cover.
Wait, why isn't this a T-shirt?
It,
This needs to be a
it developed
T-shirt.
late in the game.
Yeah. This though that right now it's in due time. But right
You
now
draw
it's
this, or who drew this?
that was me.
Yes,
This
I
is
saw,
great.
I saw
Yeah,
part
that's
of it.
awesome.
Thank you.
When it's being drawn, I'm like, oh god, here's the gorilla face.
Yeah, I drew
You
this.
could
I
have a
drew
whole
this.
book like this.
What?
You could do a whole book like this.
I know. I drew this live on stream. It was like what was it? A stroke of inspiration. But
It absolutely is. Now explain the gorilla.
oh, do you know Wiggle Wiggle? Have you seen him on YouTube anywhere?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So basically, he likes to hang around me and John's channel. He's a pretty funny guy, and he was on a stream one day, and sometimes he puts on a pink gorilla mask. That's kind of like his character. And he was talking about Liam screwing up the printing and like messing with the customers. And then Liam came on to defend himself, but then Wiggle just put his feet to the fire and said, why are you blaming because Liam said Odie screwed up the pages. It was Odie's fault that the pages were messed up, but also it was intentional and it's Korean. So I don't know which of those two stories is the correct one. So then Wiggle said, why are you throwing Odie under the bus? And Liam said, I would never throw Odie under the bus. He was like a son to me. And then Wiggle let out this great laughter. He said, oh, son. So this is this is a cover commemorating that moment, but it has characters that are solely our own creation, purely original.
Pro tip from even a beginner like me: pay your artists fairly. Would you work for
Yes.
peanuts? No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Liam Odie came out after Xenotype was launched and said that the pay was crap and the book was printed backwards, so he quits. That was like his tweet. I think that was almost verbatim.
Yeah, and the fact that that initial campaign made like 70,000, and since the artist did also help make that possible. To be honest, if I was doing a project like that and I didn't have the art skills to actually produce that many pages, I'd be like, hey, you want to go 50-50?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to make some wise words from someone who's been there. Someone who's been in the industry since at least 2007. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't really count the prior work to that, and it's not real till it's published.
Utopia was 2006.
Oh, well, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, you're right.
There you
It was the year before that we worked on it.
Yeah.
It was the year after it got published. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, 2006. When you're a writer, if you find an artist who is good, reliable, delivers, you treat them like gold. If you've got someone who's dedicated and will do the work, you do not jerk them around. In fact, you shouldn't jerk anybody around in business. That's just bullshit.
Mhm.
But seriously, if you find an artist who cares as much as you do about your work,
Yes.
that is so hard to find.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
As
Thank
an
you for
artist,
existing, Old Con. Please.
I'll say, as an artist myself, I've been hired to do many jobs that I didn't quite care about. So yes, that is true.
And I will say, because I can tell by just talking with you that you're a professional on that.
Thank you.
It's reciprocal. Creators, follow through with your deadlines. Be upfront with the person who's hiring you. And if you can't make your deadline, be upfront on your reasons why and have that conversation.
Exactly.
And on the flip side of the coin, speaking from the guy paying, when you find a writer who's actually paying you pro rates to do your job, you really, really don't take that for granted.
Oh yeah,
Really
that's right.
don't. Seriously.
I know. Yeah. Once someone like just puts that initial deposit into my PayPal, I'm just like, thank you so much. I know you're serious now, so I will be serious too. And I will not, don't play with other people's money. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed because I saw Mark Massere's comment. Basically, don't be Mark Wade.
Oh, that's for sure.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like
yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was comparing Liam to Mark Waid this morning because he contacted IndieGoGo to take away our campaign. That's basically the same as Mark Waid contacting Antarctic to get rid of Jawbreakers. So it's like, Liam, what are you doing, buddy?
I have heard that if you go in the bathroom with only a candle and in the dark and look into the mirror and say Mark Waid 3 times, that he will appear and try and get your book canceled, screaming and raving about conservatism and white supremacy.
I don't want to try that. No, that's too scary. I'd rather say Bloody Mary. Come on.
Yeah, even Bloody Mary will deny Mark Waid's calls. Please leave a callback number.
No, say what you want, but she won't try and get your book canceled.
Exactly. At least I'll have a legacy with Bloody Mary.
Exactly. So currently, what are you working on? What do we have to look forward to if we haven't talked about it already?
Pew comic.
Oh yeah. I've been showing these pictures around Twitter. That's the thing. So basically, I finished Shotgun Samurai, and while I was working on Shotgun Samurai, I got hired to do. I met another author, and then I got hired to do this book. So I'm gonna do this book before I get to Shotgun Samurai Volume 2. Let me find a good sampling of it.
Because when I saw those spaceship designs, I'm like, yes, Quaff is going into my wheelhouse now. Yay!
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more of a sci-fi kind of. He calls it vectopunk. So
okay.
I'm not. It's hard to.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Look at it.
That is a stark difference from the other book. You can do tech.
Oh, thank you.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I was so eager. When he wanted me to do the book, I was like, I did a bunch of concepts for him, and then he was like, you want to do the full book? I was like, I really like drawing. As everyone knows me for the samurai guy, but growing up, I always drew spaceships.
Do you have any others?
Yeah.
Let me find. Oh yeah. Here's like the big piece I drew for him.
Look, you did.
Are these all your own design? Did he have designs that he wanted you to work off of?
He dictated it to me, and I created all the designs. So yeah, I did all the concept art for him, and so me and him,
not bad.
We designed all these. Yeah. Here is another ship that I designed for him. These are like.
Yeah, look at yes.
So what's the story on this one?
Oh boy, this is the newest one I was working on.
Nice.
Thank you. So man, it's where do I begin? So basically it's the story of, it's similar to like a VR type thing. These guys go into a VR pod and then go into a different world. But the thing is, this technology was, they don't know when they created it, they don't know if they made the world or they discovered the world, because it's not quite a virtual world. It's also kind of real. So they might be going into another dimension and they don't really know. And they're trying to figure out more about this space. So it kind of acts virtual, but also not. So that's kind of the thing. And then it's about these riders who are on these vehicles that they created and going around. And then the government also set up outposts inside there, and they're running experiments inside this virtual-ish world. That's why he calls it vectopunk, because it's kind of more like, it's not virtual, but it's not mechanical. But anyway, so then it's about a rogue group trying to uncover the government plot, but takes place in this kind of vecto world.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll link the Twitter in the private chat initially, because I forgot I don't have a shilling wrench for the other channel.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I'll
No,
give you
I
one.
don't have a shilling wrench. I promise I most solemnly swear to use my powers for good and not for evil.
But
there you
definitely up
go.
to mischief.
Yeah, this is another drawing I made for him. I like this one. So,
That is really nice.
thank you.
But it kind of reminds me of some of the concepts Isaac
Oh, you sent
Arthur
another
was
one.
talking about on his channel, like about machine brains or like total virtual planescapes, but it's actually in the physical realm, like
Mhm.
all sorts of high concept stuff. And it's like I like it when people put their 2 cents to that wheel. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's like there's also within the world there's a theory that these that this space is was introduced to humanity by aliens or something, and they're actually going into like the aliens' home world or something. That's one of the theories they have. So they think one theory is VR, another theory is like alien space, the other theory is we have no idea. So
Okay, I'm gonna do the colored one now that you put up. That looks
there
good.
you go. Yeah, I was looking for that. Thank you for finding it.
So you did the coloring too?
I did not do the coloring, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got Farah Nurmaliza. She's like my go-to. So I was like, get her to color it. She does
Well,
amazing work.
She's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Say-
I'm gonna go back to this because I really like the look of it.
Thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. But yeah, so he does a much better job at explaining it because it's he's written, but he's explained it to me extensively, and I don't want to ruin too much. But yeah, so basically, let me find some early pages that I've actually been. I've penciled about 16 pages so far.
Nice.
yeah, buddy. That's
hear
what I
it.
thought when I just saw sketches. It's like what I reblogged earlier on Bird Site, where it's like guy opening a chest that's glowing, and it's like what it looks like when your favorite artist gives you a sketch. Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so basically, this is like like the
Ooh.
pod they go into.
I am going to agree with Trenton. This very much has kind of a BattleTech look to it.
Mm-hmm.
BattleTech. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the world that that's kind of like the sci-fi that that I was enamored by growing up. I love the BattleTech ships. Like Star Wars, like X-wings and everything is. I drew
Yeah.
those like nonstop. I always drew like Star Wars ships growing up. That was like my always forte. So
Well, yeah, because didn't Frank Frazetta do Battlestar Galactica early concept art too?
Yeah, he did one of the promotional paintings, or maybe two.
Because man,
oh, here we go.
I like looking like once I got into the original Battlestar Galactica stuff, I'm like, man, look at those designs; those are awesome.
I will say that the Colonial Viper from the original is one of my favorite ships, and will always remain so. That will hold a very special place in my heart. But yeah, it was Dykstra
Mm-hmm.
who did designs for both Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica. Okay, these are nice.
Thank you.
Are they going to be color or black and white?
These pages are going to be colored. Yeah, he said in like the human regular world it's going to be black and white, kind of like noir-ish. And then when he gets into the virtual world, that's when the color comes in.
Nice. So it's an Oz thing.
Yeah, like a Wizard of Oz thing. Yeah.
When he's ready to promote, send him my way. I'll get him on the air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will, dude. I mean, this guy's like, he's like very interesting. He's like a, he's very like he knows a lot about like astrophysics and all that fun stuff. I'm like, Jesus, he really knows his stuff. So I'm sure like he can. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's a good page. There you go. I like this page. One of the more recent ones I just did.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
this is definitely Florida woman territory. Yes.
Showing my age here. You were mentioning that this is a virtual world and people are comparing it to BattleTech, and my mind immediately, you know what I'm gonna say. My mind immediately goes to Virtual World. Now, for those of you who may not know or were too young, Virtual World was a series of parlors that you could go to throughout the country. I think there were like 6 of them, where they had these pods that you could get into and play video games with your friends. One of them being BattleTech, where you had your mech that you piloted, and the other one being this game called Red Planet, which was my favorite, which was racing like this, where you had they were supposed to be mining vehicles that the people who worked on the mines in Mars would, on their off hours, race the mining equipment. And this just reminds me of Red Planet on Virtual World. So
I wish I played that. That sounds cool.
it
love
was a
stuff
ton
like
of
that.
fun, but it was also really expensive. In the
Yeah.
90s, it was $10 a game.
Oh.
The problem was the moment your PS2 had better graphics, it was like,
Yeah, it's like
that was where it kind of fell apart. But prior to that, it
Yeah.
was pretty awesome.
I know. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, once the PS2 got friggin' Time Crisis, then I didn't need to go to the arcade at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, the
Nope,
big
that
stuff
killed
I
it.
played in the arcade was like Golden Axe and some of the fighter games and things like that.
All the good games.
But we'll go back to sharing your
Oh yeah.
your Shotgun Samurai, because if you guys want to get in on a book that's fun, really does have that old school manga vibe, and I mean old school, I mean like 70s and 80s. I think you're going to enjoy this. Now, is it going to be printed in normal US format, or will it be
Yes.
manga size?
It's going to be American style because I'm American, and that's how I do things.
Oh, I meant the page size.
It's printed in kind of like a midway between manga and comic book. It's my own
Is it
personalized.
9x6?
Yes, 9
Yeah,
by
I was
6.
gonna ask if it was a 6x9. So.
That is the perfect size, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's great. Like I got it printed like big, like comic book size, but it was like too floppy, and then too small. I was like, I want to be able to see it. So then I was like,
Well, the thing is at that size, bookstores will stock it.
oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, you want to try to stick with quote unquote standard book sizes. The biggest, of course, is the comic book size, but 6x9 is a great ratio. Case File Arkham is 7x9. But that's because we wanted the extra real estate.
That was a
gotcha.
mixed decision. I love the format. It kind of made it more expensive, but
Just a little bit.
The wider page really allowed for a more cinematic look. I wanted it to look like a noir film.
Oh, cool.
And you
That's
really
nice.
needed that wider format.
That's an interesting idea. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Well, I also did a kaiju book, and it's actually
it's 6x9, but it's flipped. So.
Yeah, it's
so it's long ways. The long way on the top and bottom are the 9,
and that's because
like that.
Because I realized, well, if you want to do monsters, kaiju tend to be longer than they are taller, and you really need that movie screen perspective,
the widescreen.
Yeah, to get it to look right, and so that's how I did it.
That's an interesting solution. I never thought about that. Like, because there's some drawings that I was like, I wish, it's too long. How do I make this vertical? And
everybody's gonna get my birthday money.
yeah.
Oh, but I do have one slight artist question. Is like the stuff on your hands right now, how your fingers are wrapped, is that for digital drawing stuff?
No. I got myself.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I like, was it like a particular technique? But I was like, ooh, owie.
Oh no, yeah. I work in a factory in the morning during the day.
Ouch.
Yeah.
No, actually, in manga, you have belts, but they're like for your finger. And he's a blue belt at this point, and
there you go. Not that, but I have blue belt. But then I get my glove out. Oh. Yeah, actually, you can get it both. I have it on my campaign, but also in the Crusade, High School in the Crusader, you can get it as an add-on. So
very cool.
Yeah, I thought that would just be fun to get John's audience a chance to check out my book too. If you're worried about supporting, I get the same profits from either or, so it's a good deal. But yeah, so check out.
Don't be like me, get confused and be like, wait, I can't add on a perk after the fact. Oops.
Oh yeah, no, but either way.
So I'll be going through his IndieGoGo rather than Mr. JDA's, but I also pretty much JDA is at the point where it's like, oh, sir, would you like more money? I will give you more money. I would like more science fiction, please. Thank you.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, actually, I mean, the one thing that I do offer is this Atomic Blast comic book. You know, it's my famous 1-page comic book,
Okay.
which is right here, the Nuclear Warhead Samurai.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the 1-page 2-staple Nuclear Warhead Samurai.
Actually, the thing is it says it all right there. You know the story. You know?
Yeah. Actually, no. This is the cover, so you open it and the story's inside. So
Oh,
yeah, it's actually
so there's more.
But does he scream my ramen?
no, oh man, no. This is a completely he takes place on the other side of Japan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, maybe there'll be a crossover in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But,
actually, with digital artwork stuff, does it smudge at all?
No.
Or since you have different layers you can work with, you can just
Only
don't have to
if
worry
you
about
want it
that?
to.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like while I'm drawing, like?
Yeah, because like the old style people had to put a thing over the drawing so that their hand wouldn't smudge the ink or something.
Oh yeah, no. I wear this because my hand gets all sweaty, and I don't want to mess up my tablet. Also, it slides easier.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tablets collect gunk for some reason.
Well,
Yeah.
I know from personal experience that the oils on your hands get all over it, and when you're working, they're heated up, but when you leave, they solidify. It's kind
Like,
of gross.
aw.
Yeah,
So
that's why.
yeah, I wish I had one of those little finger socks when I was still using my tablet. So
Yeah, that's why I also keep these towels around while I'm drawing. I just do little wipes every now and then.
smart. Although what I did do was on my Wacom, I put a piece of regular sketch paper over top of it because I didn't like how slick the Wacom surface was. But if I had the paper there, it felt like I was drawing on paper, and that really helped as far as making it really feel like I was drawing because I was taught traditionally. So
That's an interesting. Yeah, I always felt that like I was definitely missing something with drawing digitally too. I never thought about. I wonder if there's like a clear paper texture cover that I can put on my. Because I have a Cintiq, so I need to see it.
See, I didn't. I had an Intuos. So
Okay, yeah.
which I envy you your Cintiq. I wish I could have looked down at what I was drawing and have instead of having to like draw by braille.
I know. It is nice, I'll admit. Yeah, it is kind of nice.
But yeah, you could probably put a like a textured vellum. You could do it with vellum.
That's an interesting idea. I'll look into that. Yeah, because I prefer whenever I draw on paper, it like looks so much better. I'm like, God, if only I had like the patience to do everything traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Man,
then
yeah, looking at old stuff about how they had to do each frame and then ooh.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
But man, those old Superman cartoons, they look majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Although what I did find was after drawing digitally for so long, going back to traditional, it's like, where's the undo button?
I know. Like every now and then, like I'm drawing on paper, then I just go. My hand just twitches like that.
Yep.
I'm like, ah.
Yep, same here. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta pull the eraser out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like I remember one time I was even drawing, and then I wanted to make the head bigger, so I went like this on the paper, and I was like, ah. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's weird how you like you become spoiled, honestly, with
It's
Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming up to the last 10 minutes of the show. So quickly, if anybody's got any last minute questions for the guest, now's the time. But in the meantime, let's do all the promotion links and all that.
Real quick,
Chillins?
Yang
Yay!
says that there is a clear screen by Paperlight. So
Clear
well,
screen
very
by
cool.
Paperlight. Oh my god, I'm gonna look into that. Paperlight. Okay, yeah, thank you. I'll look into that.
So where can they find you online?
So basically, best place is Twitter. My Twitter handle is I'll put it in here.
There's a link to the Twitter right there on Shotgun Samurai.
Oh yeah. So
Burp
Donkey Madness. There you go. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, Donkey_Madness_. That's my Twitter handle.
Donkey Madness.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we didn't get the name Why Your Quaff. What's the quaff?
So basically, it's quaff is the term for like a big coiffy hair.
A majestic poof of hair. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so when I first came on there, a friend of mine, he went by Testify. He was like, you're the quaff now because your hair. And I was like, because that's what I first came on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm the quaff now. And I was like, but then everyone loved the name, so I was like, okay, I'm sticking with this because it's pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah. So then So I used to be called Donkey Madness just because that was my comic book publishing name, but that didn't really make any sense. So I think the clock is better.
Well, a donkey is a kind of hybrid, and if you're messing with multiple wheelhouses of fun, makes sense.
Yeah. I originally just picked it because I wanted something that sounded like it could mean something, but it doesn't. So people are like, what does that mean? And I'm like, it means nothing, actually.
It means everything and nothing all at once.
Exactly.
That is the fortune cookie for the day.
Go back to it.
This one?
Yes. Think Space Dandy or the guy from the Red Line movie. Exactly.
Yes. Oh my God. Actually, that space comic I'm working on right now. I watch a lot of like Red Line music videos just to get myself in the mood. So
nice.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes. Okay, anytime some people talk about pew pew in space, I'm like Space Corps. Space. Gotta see it all. Space.
Well, we need to have you back on, Fiona. We miss you, and I've got plenty of things to talk to you about now because I've been going through all that old pulp that you're really into, and I've been reading it. So
it's like, oh my God, they're so economical with the words, but it comes out pretty. What?
Actually, real quick question. It might not be a quick answer though. Unless you've already talked about it, who are your influences?
So basically, it's a whole mix of people. Originally, my influence was actually The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why in the beginning of my book, you see a lot of circle eyes and the kind of cartoony and pudgy. And then as I went on, I started looking more into like One Punch Man. That was one of my big influences too. Both the original and the remake. Because the original guy, he does movement and storytelling so well, even though his art is not that great.
Yeah, because then an artist came in and said, "Hey, dude, I want to help."
And then the artist that came in, his art is like impeccable. So of course I'm gonna study him. So I just took a look at the two, and I tried to make sure that I had the movement and the storytelling that the original artist had. And then I was like, I'm just gonna study as much technique from this new guy. So yeah, and then of course Inoue from like Vagabond. I studied him a lot too. And then there's some little bit of JoJo influence in there as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of, I basically just whatever I was watching at the time or reading. So
Jonathan Joestar is my favorite Joestar.
Of course, he's the OG.
Well, this has been a cool show. Oh,
yeah.
Did anyone pop up the question?
No, people are talking about Space Dandy and
Space Dandy.
And
he's
how
a dandy.
One Punch does not have the best art, but has great ideas.
Yes.
And my favorite part, though, Saitama would definitely be in the pulps. 20 words or less.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, basically, also the original One Punch Man, like that guy, when in the beginning, I was like, my art's not the best, but I have a good story, and as long as I can convey that with heart, I think people will like it because he was able to make such like a, phenomenal story, even though he was like just a little bit better than stick figures. I mean, you guys seen the original One Punch Man artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen some of them. Yep.
yeah.
Well,
But he
oh,
was
I'm
able to
sorry.
convey a story so well. So I thought that's probably what you got to do most importantly. And then as the comic goes on, you see I improve, and I think towards the end of the book, I'm quite proud of my artwork. I'll say that.
Well, one thing, when I was in art school, they pounded into our heads was that as long as it is as long as your composition is strong, yeah, you can just do stick figures. But
Mhm.
the whole point is what is it you're trying to convey to the audience? So yeah, as long as you have that strong composition, and there's no obvious Eschers, unless that's the style you're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've seen people where it looks like high school drawings better than people who have been illustrating for like the past 30 years, and it's strictly because of composition.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. Like, and usually the works that I always get attracted to these days is like, people with like really good composition. And I'm always just like trying to figure out how did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you can learn to get good. It just takes time. But composition, that's something you really got to pay attention to.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That and even if it's writing or drawing, make it a habit.
Yes, which I am terrible at.
And one thing to keep in mind with both manga and comics is when you're doing composition for those, you've got to factor in the speech bubbles.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually, I was looking at the pages that you were showing, and that was another thing that I noticed was I can see where you left room for speech bubbles. Now when you draw your pages, do you want a script so that you can see how much words, there's I can talk. Basically, what are the words that are going to be on the page? Or you're just told to draw this on this page, and you have to guess how much space you'll have, because I know that professionals do it both ways. So
Yeah. Well, for Shock and Samurai, I did both, so
Mhm.
I was able to figure that out beforehand. But the new one I'm working on, he's giving me what they say in each panel, so I'm drawing a speech bubble with what I'm assuming is how big it'll need to be in the sketch page, and because I want to make sure the art does not get taken up by the speech bubble. Those
No.
pesky speech
Unlike
bubbles.
unlike Bendis, you could
Yeah.
study modern Bendis on what not to do.
Oh, God.
Actually, with that said, and what Fiona just said, have you ever run into an issue where you've had to tell the writer, you have too many words on this page?
Yes, but thank God I'm also like the co-writer, so I basically he was like, oh, this and this and that, and then I go, okay, sure, and then I make the page and then put the words in, completely condense everything he wanted, and I just get the point across that he was trying to say, and I'm like, yeah, how about this? And he's like, yeah, that's much better. So I'm like, yeah, get those words out of here.
Now, see, that's cool that you have that relationship,
Mhm.
because I know sometimes that can be awkward. The aforementioned Bendis. So
That's true. I can tell when there's an author that really likes his own words when they make a comic. I'm like, dude, just make a novel then. Come on.
or even a light novel if you want to combine
Yeah.
the best of both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. How long have you been drawing seriously, Quaff? Oh, I guess you can say 7 years. I've always been I've taken like art. I've been in arts. I've taken art classes as like electives in college and all that fun stuff. But then I really made it my focus. I probably for 7 years now, I think. Yeah. Mhm.
Well,
Excellent.
this has been a fun show.
Yeah.
you.
Again, everybody go to IndieGoGo, check out Shotgun Samurai, and check out De La Rosa's campaign as well. And where else can people find you?
If you go to shotgunsamurai.net, there's all my there's basically everything you need to know to find me. There's a mailing list there too you can sign up for.
Oh, perfect.
Link in the description.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you, Fiona, as well. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Hopefully, the other channel will be up and running next week, everyone. But we would love for you all to stay here on Wordcraft to continue to see these wonderful interviews in the future, and to make sure you get to see these interviews in the future.
Well, that's why the Wordcraft channel exists, because we knew the other channel
would eventually.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.
Bye.
See you guys.